Hi everybody! Welcome to my first and possibly only YouTube video. I wanted to make this one because I feel like after all the research that I did in doing hair extensions, and I really went down the rabbit hole, I had a lot of trouble finding like really honest reviews or reviews that I felt like I could trust, especially because this brand, Luxy, is kind of known for like sending people extensions to give a positive review or paying people or whatever. There's some monetary benefit to the reviewer. And more than that, they also like take down bad reviews. And so I wanted to make like a really honest review from someone who's like, I'm not an influencer. This is my first YouTube video. I have a private Instagram. Like it's this is really just my own opinion. So going into that, I guess I'll start a little bit with like my own hair story. And in case that helps you decide if this is best for you. So this is my actual hair. It's curled right now, and it is pretty thin. I have really thin hair, and I've actually seen a lot of YouTubers do this, and they have like a lot thinner hair than I do. But still, I would consider my hair thin. So like, this is all of it. This is all of my hair. It's not very much. It is pretty long right now because I haven't gotten it cut in like a year due to, quarantine and all that. So, I think like from like here down is just dead hair. And I want to get it cut. But for now, it actually works really well with extensions because it's not, it's pretty long, it blends well. Got hair in my mouth. And it's not, like a blunt cut, so it's pretty wispy at the ends and it just kind of blends. So that's a benefit. So what I started with doing was I did a Halloween costume. I was Ariana Grande with like the big ponytail, so I had extensions for that, and that's the first time I've ever had any like experience with them. And I thought, whoa, like I really liked the idea of me having like hair. Let me look into like actual extensions. But I felt really nervous because they're like pretty expensive, and like what if I don't like them, or what if they don't look good, or what if they hurt my head, or, I just didn't want to do that investment. So I bought a $30 pair from Amazon that was actually, like, really good quality. Like, feels like real, this is it. Feels like real hair. It was a little bit the wrong color for me. I got just dark brown, because I thought, well, my hair was dark brown, but it actually ended up being a bit darker than my real hair, which is fine, because you, like, wear it underneath, and it looks fine, honestly. But after wearing these through, like, the holidays and stuff, I decided, yes, like, I would wear extensions. I want to try it. So I got these Amazon ones for $30. They were 16 inches, but I cut them, just really hacked off the ends to blend with my natural hair, because this $30 pair is 50 grams, and then my Luxys that I just got are 140 grams. So just, like, do the math, that's 3 times as much hair. So if you are gonna buy like the $30 Amazon pair, which like I'll link them if you're interested, I recommend them, you should buy more than one set if you're going for length, because the ends are just like little wispy, they looked really silly. So I just cut those off. So after deciding that, I actually went back to the drawing board for extensions and looked into a bunch of them. One of them that I really liked and was recommended to me by a friend was Irresistible Me, and they were actually just having a sale, and maybe it's still happening, I don't know, and it was at like $97 for like a 16-inch set, and I thought, okay, like, that's a great deal, and they have good reviews from like people that I would trust, but they didn't have like the length I wanted in the like seamless collection, or I think they call it the invisible collection. So I just thought, I don't know, I didn't end up doing it. Then on the other end of the spectrum, I looked into cashmere hair, and that's like $300, but it's like really quality hair. Like, they have really good reviews. And I think I might like upgrade to those if I like end up wearing these a bunch. But they also had some reviews saying, like, since 2018, the like hair quality really dropped down, and that can happen with companies if they get like, greedy or whatever, as a way to cut costs. But I don't know. So I just didn't want to risk it, like a $300 pair, and have it not be what I want. So I ended up settling in the middle with Luxy's. These ones were $169, $79, and they're like, from the reviews that I've read, are good quality, like really good quality for the price, and I thought that was great. My concern was just that there was a lot of contradicting reviews from different, like, YouTubers who've been paid to say something, or people who I just thought maybe they don't really know about extensions, or maybe people who what their level of what an extension needs to be isn't really what I care about. So I thought I would at least try them. The ones that I ended up getting are the dark brown, cool dark brown seamless collection in 16 inches. So that actually ends up being like a bit longer than my real hair, which is kind of fun. Like, I didn't mean to add length, I was mostly doing it for volume. And I would maybe cut. I was also thinking, like, if the ends were too thin, like, is a review that I've seen, I could just chop them off and keep it to my actual hair length. So, starting on to the Luxy review, I have, I've heard, like I said, different, like, contradicting reports. And so I wanted to go into, like, some of the ones I've heard the most about that are negatives, and then, like, what my opinion on it is, and then also, like, I'll show you, and you guys can, like, make your own opinion if it disagrees with mine. So, to start off, some of the things I've heard about the Luxys are the ends are way too thin, and if you're using them for length or anything, the ends are just too thin to be used, and I've seen that one probably the most. So, this is the 2-clip weft. Let me grab that. This is the 2-clip weft, and I will show you it. You can definitely see that, like, it's, thick and nice up here, and then as you go down, it's thin it thins at the end. That's totally what happens. However, my own hair thins at the end. Like, it's just what hair does. And that's actually what Luxy has said in response. They're like, oh, like, we're trying to mimic the natural hair, and natural hair, like, tapers off at the end. Which is, like, totally fair and true and all that, but, like, also, the reason we're getting extensions is to not have our own dumb wispy hair. We're, like, trying to do an improvement. So I see both sides, I guess. However, I will say I've worn these now 3 times, and I have been super, super happy with them. And even though they do add some length, and that, like, is the end that stick out beyond my actual hair, I haven't seen any issues with it. It's very, like, I'm really happy with it. I don't have any issue with it. So that's my opinion. I'll put them in. I'll let you guys, like, look at them and see if you're like, well, she has a lot lower standards than I do. I need my ends to be thick. Then that is totally fine, and that's your call, and that's why I'm doing this, so you guys can, like, actually see. Another thing that I've heard complaints about is the quality, they say, is really bad. Like, it doesn't feel like nice real hair. So they're super soft and lovely and nice, and I've seen lots of people say that as well. Here's where I think the disconnect comes in. I've read that they have, like, this silicone coating on them to make them very, like, shiny and pretty and nice, and then as you wash them, the silicone coating comes off, and then you're left with, like, dry, bad hair that looks, like, really bad. So I have not washed these, and for that reason, I'm not going to wash them until I absolutely have to. And, like, maybe I'll do an update video after I've washed them and, like, worn them and what do I think. But for right now, I'm just not going to wash them. And they're really good quality at this time. The other thing I've heard is a bunch of shedding. And they just, like, shed. I have not seen that at all. I don't think I've seen a single hair come out. Which is nice because my own hair sheds a lot. However, that's another thing that I've heard, like, after you wash it, the shedding starts. So I haven't washed them, and I guess I'll do an update video and say, like, after I've washed them, what happens. But for right now, fresh out of the box, I'm really happy with them. I've worn them 3 times, like I said, and I think they look so good. I have, like, hair that, like, I just wish I could have, and it's nothing, like, crazy different. Like, I didn't get, like, the 24 inches, which, that looks like a transformation. And, like, I've had people, not even notice because they haven't seen me in a couple months, so they're like, maybe her hair just grew. And I've had, like, my dear friend who like knows about hair, and she says like it looks really good. Like you can't like tell, you know, and she would absolutely tell me if you could tell. So I think that's really nice. I'm a big fan of them. So I'll go a little bit into like what you get out of it. So it comes into, it like ships in this like pretty pink box, which is like nice packaging, and then more than that is a great place to store them, which is nice because the Amazon ones I didn't really have a place to put them. So once you open the box, it'll have like the 2-clip weft kind of tucked in here, and that's just the one weft, and you can like take it out and check the color and see what you think about the quality, and if you like it, you can open it. And so they have these like seals, and it cannot be returned or exchanged if the seal is broken, and they are really, really strict about that, so you have to be 100% sure. And I've seen people like complain to Luxy, and they're like, my extensions are unwearable, I need to return them, I need to exchange them, I don't know what you guys are thinking. And Luxy says, I'm sorry, they have been opened and we will not do it. So just be aware of that. Okay, so when I bought these, I was not sure what color I would get because, like I said, the Amazon ones were too dark for me. So I guess I don't know what color my own hair is. But as a plus to Luxy, their website was, of the ones I looked at, had like great color diversity, like a bunch of different colors, and also really like tried to show you what they were. So like a bunch of pictures. They would like link you to like just random people's Instagrams who were using that color of hair. I was really impressed with that. They really did try. However, because I don't know my own hair color, what I did is I sent a picture of my hair to Luxy, which as far as I can tell is like pretty common in like the extension world. You can do that. So I sent a picture of my hair, and they responded in half an hour and said, we think the color cool dark brown is going to be great for you. Which I was actually a little bit like, my hair's like, it definitely has like red tones. I would say it's warm. So I was kind of confused. I was like, I don't think cool dark brown is for me. But thankfully I listened to them, and it's actually a great color. So I'm really happy about that. And also just like getting back to me in half an hour, because I was like excited, I was ready to buy it, and then I was like, full stop, I don't know what color. And they responded right away, so I was able to order them, and I was really excited. So good on Luxy for their like customer service at that point. But the customer service ends the minute you open that seal, so be careful. So yeah, I opened the 2-clip weft. I decided I like it, and then I will show you what it comes with. So we have, we have 2 3-clip wefts, and so those I have actually clipped them together. So you can see here there's 2 different wefts. Because my hair is, you know, like I said, thin, so as I go too high up on my head, you can start to see it, and I wanted like as much hair as I could fit on my head. So I double clipped them, and then I put these ones like the nape of my neck here, just because it's a good spot for it. So this is the 2 clips together. It's a lot of hair. It's like probably more hair than I actually have on my head. And then I have this 4-clip weft. And that one I put above the 3-clip weft, like right above my ear, because that's like the widest part of my head, and this is pretty wide. And then there are 2 2-clip wefts that I put on either side of my head, like maybe here-ish. And I have these curled from like, actually that's another thing. I have these curled from the first time I wore them, so 3 days ago. And they are like still pretty curled. When I wore them, I haven't curled them since, so I wore them yesterday, and they were fine. I was really happy with them. This time I probably will recurl these. They fell out just a little bit too much. But 3 wears out of 1 curl, like I like that. So 2 2-clip wefts. These are both of them. And then it also comes with 4 1-clip wefts. And I have not used these yet because I kind of have run out of space on where I can fit them. And I'm worried about going too high. So I haven't tried them yet, but they do exist if you have different hair than me. So this set, I don't remember if I've said it already, it is the Seamless Collection Cool Dark Brown 16-inch 140 gram set. And I said seamless because if you look at this, it's like a silicone, I don't know what you call this. I don't know, but it's silicone and it's supposed to be thinner, which it actually is because I have this Amazon set that's sewn in, and it's pretty thick, like beyond just the flyaways, like it's pretty thick, and you could definitely like see it and feel it. So lots of brands have this like new silicone connection. It's called Classic, it's Classic is the sewn in one, and these are seamless. And like I think Irresistible Me called them invisible. And I really like that because they recommend that for thin hair, and so I thought, great, it's gonna like hide it better, and it really has. So I got the seamless. I guess I'll put them in now and just talk about stuff. So to start off, and remember, I'm very new at this. This is not like a hair tutorial, but this is just how I do it. So I start off and I take like most of my hair up, but I leave a like some girls will leave less than this, but I leave this much because I'm doing the 2 clips, and that's just like more weight for those little hairs in the back of my head to hold on to. Okay, actually I did just find, wow, I just found this. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is like a big thick thing of like glue or something, and that's not cute. I don't like that. So I didn't notice that at all, and I'm gonna have to cut that out. So that's something. Another thing that people have talked about is the heat on them. So I curl these with like maybe 350 degree heat because my own hair doesn't take much more than that, and that's pretty good. Like you shouldn't really go much higher than that. And I didn't see any issues with, like, some people said like, oh, there was like burning and melting, which can happen if you have like synthetic hair, but I didn't notice that at all. That's not true for my set. Okay. Also, this clip right here is kind of wonky and like doesn't close every time when I click it, which is really annoying, and I think it should just work. They do come with okay, I think that's it. They do come with actually 2 extra clips if like it breaks or something, which is great and all, but I don't really want to deal with that when I first get them. So that's one thing. So I guess I'll show you the back first. This is what it looks like. And this is what I just did. I just clipped it in like here. And my hair is thin and slippy, and I've read like, oh, like you should like back comb it, or like make sure there's product on it, or make sure your hair is like not fresh off a wash. And this is my 3rd time putting them in freshly washed, and yesterday I did it with 2-day hair, and it's been fine. I haven't done any of that back combing or product or anything, and they don't fall at all. Like I'm really happy with that. So and I have some of the like thin slippy hair for sure. So they do hold very well. It's just that one clip is wonky, so I might have to fix that later. Okay. I also want to say the shipping was super fast. I ordered them on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I got them by Friday in the middle of a pandemic, so pretty impressive. This is my 4-clip weft. I'm putting it like kind of above my ears. I have been like curling my real hair as I go, but that just takes too long to show you guys, so I just curled it before this time. So which is fine, like it doesn't probably really make a difference. And then it just kind of sits right behind and a little bit of my ear. So I'll show you the back again. I just kind of clipped it all the way through. Okay, and then this is all of the hair that I'm going to put in the back, and it looks like that. I like that. making sure that's all hidden here. Okay. Now what I do is the 2 clip wefts. And I just take like that'll work. I just bought one of these clips because I was doing it with a scrunchie because I didn't own a clip, and that did not work very well for me. And you can do it with a scrunchie, like, but I just had trouble with it. So the 2 clip wefts, because I curled them beforehand, I have to make sure I put them like, is that curled away from my face? Is this curled away from my face? I think it's this way. Yeah, this way. So this one goes over here. As you can tell, I'm not super experienced with hair. Okay, so this one I like to put this part first, and then this part second, just to make sure I don't accidentally get too close to my face. Okay, so now that's in, and that's like one of the front pieces. I've also heard people say, wow, that just left my whole head. I don't know what I've heard people say. Okay, so this side I left, actually it's probably a little bit too high. Maybe that's good. One thing is that they came kind of like, you know, folded up, and that can leave like a little bit of a bump. So I just try to make sure I pull it really taut, but I think eventually it'll flatten out if I store them right. Luxy also sends, like, they also have a bunch of accessories and stuff. Like they have a brush and like a brush for extensions, and clips and, you know, all that. And they have specifically like a carrier case, which I thought I might like. I thought I might like the brush too, but I figured since I just spent hundreds of dollars, we'll come to that later. So this is all the hair that I've been putting in. And then the rest are the 1 clip wefts, and I haven't added those yet because I don't think I have enough space on my head. Okay, so this is all of my hair in the front of my head. This right here, this is my real hair. And then if I stand up, you can kind of see, like, this is what it looks like. Sorry, rogue hair over here, rogue hair over here. So these are the ends. This is what I really want you to pay attention to and decide if this is something that you think is good or bad. And keep in mind, like, this is kind of uncurled and I want to fix it. But yeah, this is the whole finished look. And then if I throw it all to the back, you can see that way too. So I think you can see, yeah. And then I don't think I have much of a problem with things poking out or being able to see them. So that's the whole story. That's my hair. I really like it. Like, I think it's quite the transformation. But people who don't see me every day don't seem to think so, which is great. So thanks for listening. I hope that helps. I wish you the best of luck with your hair extension journey, and you're gonna look beautiful. Thanks.